And those who have not seen the previous episodes of Zombie City, check the description box. Welcome to Zombie City Episode 6. Lacey's innocent smiling face floated on Shakib's screen. The smile on the corner of George's lips also floated on the screen of his mind. Shakib felt very bad. He couldn't believe it. They couldn't die. Never. But he had to accept the reality. They were dead. He would never see them again. Why had he let them go alone then? If someone had been with them, this wouldn't have happened now. George and Lacey might have been with them now. He could see Lacey's smiling, innocent face and the crooked smile on the corner of George's lips. Shakib had grown very fond of the two children in just a few hours of knowing them. He had developed a great deal of affection for them. This affection is the greatest weakness of humans. At that time, Shakib had fallen unconscious and almost died after falling under the spell of the little girl. Even a rough and tough-hearted person like Captain Morgan had fallen under the spell and was about to die. However, this affection, emotions, and love do not only reveal the weak side, many times they become the manifestation of strength. The main tool to stand up. Shakib felt quite annoyed about one thing. There is only one body here. Maybe it is Lassie's body. So where did George's body go? The zombies didn't eat him, right? Yes, that could be the case. Maybe the zombies have eaten him by now. But how is that possible? How can they eat a whole body so quickly? Well, why didn't they scream? They were supposed to scream as soon as they saw the zombies. But they didn't make a sound. How is that possible? Maybe they didn't get a chance to scream. The zombies had bitten their throats before that. Yes, that could be it. There is no other explanation for it. Shakib was shocked by the sound of the rifle. Everyone was shooting at the zombies. Shakib had taken an AK-47 from the arsenal. He also shot. He moved forward with great fury while shooting. He was very angry. These devils killed Lassie and George. Not only Lassie and George, they killed hundreds of people. But soon Shakib remembered that these zombies had also become zombies after being attacked by other zombies. They were not at fault. It was all the fault of that devil, the one who had brought the zombies from the graveyard. It is needless to say what Shakib would have done if he had met the devil at this moment. The devil was probably laughing now, seeing their plight. A laugh of contempt. One by one, all the zombies died. Suddenly, Shakib looked at the apple tree. His gaze was fixed there. How is this possible? It might be a hallucination. But if it was true, no one would have been as happy as he was at this moment. George came down from the tree. Lassie followed him. Shakib thought it was a hallucination. But it was not a hallucination. It was really happening. George and Lassie are really alive. When Shakib realized this, he hugged George with utmost emotion. George patted her on the back. Shakib forgot that Lassie was a teenage girl. He hugged her too. Lassie probably enjoyed it. But when Shakib realized this, he let her go. His cheeks turned red with embarrassment. He noticed that everyone was smiling. In an instant, the emotional atmosphere returned to normal. "Tell me what you were doing," Christina asked. "You scared us." "Yes, what happened?" Larry added. "Tell me everything." "When we came here, there wasn't a single zombie," George began to say. "I climbed the tree to pick apples." Lassie stayed on the floor. Suddenly, many zombies came from nowhere. Lassie also quickly climbed the tree. The zombies started roaming around the tree. If we screamed, they would have sensed our existence. I might have died before you arrived. I thought I would shoot. But it was impossible to stop so many zombies with a pistol shot. As we killed one, the others would come and catch us. So I sat quietly on the tree. I knew that if we saw that we were late, you would come and see us. Come and rescue us. "You two are geniuses like Shakib, I see," Larry said with a soft smile. In response, George and Lassie also smiled. "Well, I understand that," Shakib said. He looked at Lassie. But why did I see the part of your shirt that was torn off by the zombies? Lassie was surprised. You didn't leave my shirt anywhere. Look, my shirt is still there. He turned around and showed the shirt. Lassie was right. Her shirt is still there. There is no tear anywhere. So whose shirt did Shakib see in that zombie's hand? It's just like Lassie's shirt. He got the answer a little later. The corpse that the zombies were eating was also wearing a shirt, just like Lassie's. Shakib saw the torn piece of it. They started picking apples. Suddenly, many zombies came from somewhere. They killed them, but a question started to swirl in everyone's mind. Where are so many zombies coming from inside? He got the answer a little later. There is a ladder placed on the iron net. The zombies are climbing up and down it. He brought a long stick from the garage and moved the ladder. Then they went around and checked the entire boundary. There was no problem anywhere. After making sure everyone returned to the garage, they took many apples with them. They satisfied their hunger with those apples. They decided to sleep inside the bus. This way, everyone would be safe. The bus is very small, only 16 seats. But there is enough space inside for them. Everyone lowered the seats and lay down quite comfortably. Everyone was very tired after working hard all day. As soon as they went to bed, they lost themselves in the land of sleep. Shakib suddenly woke up in the middle of the night. He didn't know why he woke up. He didn't look around. He got down from his seat. In fact, he had no control over himself. His brain was controlling some other entity. It was telling him to get out. Shakib slowly opened the door and walked out. He staggered towards the gate. He didn't feel like a normal person anymore. He was like a living zombie. He was moving just like zombies. After a while, he reached the gate. There were thousands of zombies on the other side. They were constantly pushing and shoving at the gate. But since it was so high quality and strong, he couldn't open or break it. Shakib reached out to the big latch on the gate. He started pulling it. Larry saw Kira Tremaine in his dream. In fact, he was missing her a lot because he hadn't seen her in the past few days. As a result, he saw her in his dream. Larry woke up. He misses Kiara very much. He really wants to see her. Larry took out his mobile phone from his pocket. Thinking that it might be a problem for others, he turned down the light and started looking at Kiara's photo. Suddenly, he saw someone standing inside the bus. After looking closely, he realized that it was Shakib. He opened the door and got out. Where was he going at this time of night? Larry was quite surprised. He quietly followed Shakib. Shakib was walking like a madman, as if he had no control over himself. He was walking straight towards the gate without paying any attention to any direction. Larry called his name from behind twice, but Shakib didn't hear it even once. But he should have heard it. It was rather unusual not to hear it from so close. In fact, Shakib was behaving abnormally. This couldn't be the behavior of an ordinary person. What was he doing? Larry walked quickly and got very close to Shakib, but Shakib still didn't realize it. It was as if someone had hypnotized him. Larry didn't say anything else. He started to see how Shakib would do it. Shakib went straight to the gate. He didn't even look around. Larry suspected. He moved a little closer. What Larry suspected. Shakib reached out and grabbed the bag and started pulling it. We can't delay any longer, thought Larry. He grabbed Shakib's shoulder and shook it a few times. Shakib was stunned. He stared at it for a few moments in surprise. Then he muttered, "Why am I here?" "I'll tell you later," said Larry. "Let's go inside the bus first. We have to sleep." Shakib didn't say anything else. He leaned on Larry's shoulder and staggered back to the bus. He then fell asleep. Larry told everyone about it in the morning. Everyone was shocked to hear it. Shakib said that he had dreamed about it the night before. "The devil has taken control of his brain," George commented. "Yes, you're right," Christina agreed. We have to keep an eye on him from now on. The devil can cause serious harm through him at any time. Yes, that's right. Everyone agreed. Meanwhile, Shakib felt upset about his helplessness. Christina noticed this. She put her hand on Shakib's shoulder and smiled and said, "You stupid boy, why are you upset? Aren't we with you?" Shakib looked at Christina. Shakib shook his head with a smile. Shakib became a little more confident. He smiled, a dull smile. They had breakfast with apples. They took all the apples that were on the tree. They checked everything for the last time. At Larry's suggestion, they went to the armory once more. They took some more weapons. They got everything in order and left. The main responsibility of driving fell on Henry. He is a motocar racing driver. He also has many medals in car racing, so he is the best driver among them. Roy and Christina were responsible for operating the machine gun on the roof of the bus. They had asked for the responsibility themselves. Henry sat in the driving seat. Shakib and Luke sat next to him. Larry and Captain Morgan were in the back. The machine gun barrel was exposed through the glass in the back. They would handle the back. George and Lacey would do nothing for now, but if someone needs help immediately, they will move forward. Henry turned the key in the ignition. The engine started with a sharp sound. He drove out of the garage in first gear. He drove forward along the concrete driveway. He was forced to stop in front of the gate. The gate was closed. Such a strong gate cannot be broken by the impact of the bus. Even if it breaks, the bus will be badly damaged. The gate has to be opened. But how can that be? There are thousands of zombies on the other side. As soon as the gate opens, they will attack. Now one of them will have to take a serious risk, maybe even death. But who will take this risk? Suddenly, Luke said, "I'm going." Larry interrupted him. "Stay still, I'll go instead." Luke didn't agree. He said, No, I'll go." Captain Morgan raised his hand and shouted to stop the two of them. "None of you need to go. I'm going." Luke didn't agree this time either. He said, "I didn't have to take any risks by coming here. In fact, each of you did something or the other, but I couldn't do anything. Luke couldn't finish his sentence. Before that, Shakib said, "Look, there was no sacrifice here. We have to do the work through proper planning, so that no one dies." "What do you want to do?" Christina asked. She and Roy came down from the roof after hearing them. "First, we have to remove the zombies from in front of the gate." "How is that?" Listen to the whole thing first." You and Roy will throw grenades from the roof to the other side of the gate. If 4 or 5 grenades explode, many zombies will die. The other side of the gate will be mostly empty. Captain and Larry will make sure that no zombies can attack Luke. Besides, you will also keep an eye on Luke with a machine gun on the roof. And Luke's job will be to open the gate and get straight on the bus without looking in any direction. I will stay by the door." Shakib paused after saying these words. He looked at everyone. Everyone was looking at him with a smile. "What? How did the plan go?" "Darren," Christina said. "It was amazing." "I thought," Luke said, "I will sacrifice my life for this journey and be remembered forever among you. But I guess that won't happen again." Everyone laughed at Luke's words. Larry was about to say something, but Luke immediately covered his mouth. Larry was probably going to say something about Luke's girlfriend. "We don't have much time," Henry said. "We'd better do it quickly." Once again, everyone understood the plan. Christina and Roy went to the roof of the bus. The roof had been cut a little and arrangements had been made to climb onto the roof from the inside. Everyone took their positions. Luke took a deep breath and got off the bus. As per the initial plan, Roy threw 5 grenades at the other side of the gate. They exploded with a loud noise. Hundreds of zombies there were killed. Luke ran. As per the plan, without looking in any direction, he started opening the gate hatch. Roy and Christina, who were sitting on top, countered the few zombies that were there. Captain Morgan and Larry, who were inside, also took care of it. As soon as the hatch was opened, Luke pushed open the gate. Meanwhile, many zombies came from the surrounding area and attacked him. The four of them started shooting randomly. Luke ran to the bus door. Shakib was standing next to the door with an AK-47. He stopped the zombies who were following Luke. The door was closed as soon as Luke entered, and then the zombies attacked the door. Meanwhile, Henry increased the pressure on the gas pedal. The powerful engine roared loudly and came out through the gate. Thousands of zombies pressed the bus from all sides. Henry pressed the gas pedal all the way down in second gear. The engine roared loudly when it encountered an obstacle. It pushed forward, pushing thousands of zombies. Meanwhile, Christina and Roy were shooting from above. Shakib and Luke were also shooting from inside. Hundreds of zombies were dying from the bullets. But that was insignificant among the large number of zombies. Check the description to see other episodes of Zombie City.